Jess from Cook Smarts, and today I want to talk to you about peeling. This is a peeler. For some reason, I know that a lot of homes don't have a good one. I've been to a lot of kitchens and there have been a lot of crappy peelers out there, which is surprising because a peeler only has to do one thing, so it's weird that they're crappy peelers to begin with. But okay, so get yourself a good peeler because you will be doing some peeling if you plan on doing some cooking. Things that need to be peeled: sweet potatoes, carrots, turnips. These things all require a good peeler, and if you have a good one, it goes by really, really quickly. All right, so I've got 4 carrots here that I have just rinsed in some cold water, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to really quickly peel them. I've got this trash bowl out here. I'm going to just peel it right in there. You want to hold your peeler so that the blade is at just against whatever you're peeling, and just push down on it. It's really that easy. You could easily peel all these carrots in less than a minute. Okay, so you can see not everything is landing in the trash bowl. That's okay. I'll make sure it gets in there in just a sec. Okay, so you want to just peel off, the outer layer that's a little bit dirty in a carrot. In a sweet potato or potato, it's pretty obvious which part of it is the skin versus not. So you want to just use the peeler to peel all of that off. One thing you could do is save these extra skins and put them into a chicken stock or any sort of stock that you're making. That'll really, it's a good way to reuse things and not have to be as wasteful. All right, so we have got 4 beautifully peeled carrots. That was a relatively painless process, I hope. And the next thing I was going to show you, since we have the carrots nice and peeled, is just really how to quickly chop carrots. So what I usually do is just chop the ends off, just because they're a little bit tougher. This root end here is not something you really want to cook with. It's got some roots coming out, so I'm going to go ahead and take that out. So there's a couple ways you can chop it. The way that my mother taught me, and the way that I often chop carrots, is I just chop it at a bias, which just means I'm just chopping it at an angle. So I've got the carrot positioned right in front of me, and I've got my knife at an angle, and I just kind of roll that carrot. After each chop through, I just roll it around about 180 degrees. So basically I'm making these like V's in there. So that's one easy way to chop a carrot if you don't really care too much about, what it looks like. Another way we could do it is we could actually chop off the ends again. We can segment them into even pieces. So let's say I wanted them about like 1.5 inches pieces. So I can go ahead and chop them up like so. And I can go ahead and just have them up. In this case, as you get towards the fatter base, you might want to quarter them instead. So that's another way you could chop the carrots. You want to use that flat base to your advantage. Rest the carrot on there so you don't have a lot of wiggling happening. Okay, so that's another way you could chop the carrots. Another way you could do it is if you wanted to get these half moons, what we could do is chop this in half, which makes it easier to chop lengthwise here now. Okay, so we're just going to rock this knife back and forth. And here we go, we can just put these next to each other. And these will form semicircles. Okay, so now you've got semicircles here. So a couple of different ways to chop carrots, depending on what kind of shape and size you'd like. These are all possibilities. So I encourage you to get a nice peeler. It'll make your life so much simpler and happier when you prep. And as you can see, chopping carrots, lots of different shapes, sizes, nothing too difficult. Make up your own shape if you'd like, but just make sure you get a good peeler so you can get that skin off quickly.